Okay, game 2 tomorrow. Tampa Bay Lightning at the New York Rangers. 8 o'clock Eastern time, 5 o'clock Pacific. The Rangers took game 1 of the series 6-2. They cashed an easy over ticket if you followed our videos yesterday or on Tuesday. And the Rangers played like a team that was still playing at a game 7 level. And really the Lightning played like a team that had been off for a long time. And, we saw this really with Colorado in that series against St. Louis. It took them 10 minutes to get, kind of rolling, but it took the Lightning, but they were still playing as a team that had not played in a long time. So, to me, you've got to either say, okay, this is a team that's rusty, or are we finding a team that's out of gas? So we'll dive into that a little bit. Tampa, once again, we'll look at the number on tomorrow's game. Tampa is once again a road favorite, minus $1.25. No movement so far, but the Tampa Bay side and the total own the highest percentage of wagers so far. And that's not total wagers, that's money wagers. So that's kind of giving you an idea of where this number might go. The under sits at 5.5, minus $1.15. The public is all over the over, which they're just going to bet what they just saw. And of course, after an 8-goal outburst in game 1, they're going to be all over the over, especially when it's at 5.5. It opened minus $1.20, so now it's down to $1.15 on the under. Goaltending, of course, Vasilevsky against Shesterkin. That will not change, barring injury. And if you listen to players who have been on great teams in the past and didn't really reach their goal in the postseason, they will tell you that either they weren't good enough or they simply ran out of gas. And most will chalk Game 2's loss up to the Rangers as a team that was just rusty after having so much time off. And that happens, and that could be for sure. But if they're simply running out of steam at this point for a team that has played more hockey than anybody else in the NHL over the past few seasons, we want to make sure that we kind of get ahead of that until that number is adjusted. But the good thing is we're going to get plus money tonight if you like the Rangers. We're getting plus money tonight. We will definitely get plus money when the Rangers go down to Amalie to play games 3 and 4. And maybe we'll get some plus money when they come back to New York if Tampa Bay can, get in a win column, which what they should. I mean, they're a fantastic team. But we're looking at some plus money opportunities with the Rangers if you like New York. I talked with Dennis Bernstein yesterday from the NHL Radio Network, and he brought up the fact that I brought up the fact to him that, hey, maybe the Rangers are in the Lightning's head. They beat them 3 times in the regular season, including back-to-back nights on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and then they beat them later on in the season. I believe it was in March. So now they've had a little bit of a run against the Lightning. He didn't seem to think that was going to be a big deal. And of course, one of those games they beat Tampa with Brian Elliott in goal, and then they beat Vasilevsky now 3 times. So you kind of got to say, okay, I know you think he wasn't 100% back then, but if a team is in Tampa's head, it has to be the Rangers. There were 73 total shots in game 1. I don't think that that's where either of these teams want to be at this point. I don't think you're going to see 73 shots in game 2. I think each team is going to lock down defensively in their own end. And I think tomorrow we're going to see both teams play much better defensively, which the Rangers have to do to win this series. I don't want Shesterkin, even though he's been fantastic facing a ton of shots, I don't want him facing 40 shots a night. And even though they lost to Tampa, or they beat Tampa in game 1, statistically speaking, Tampa's still got a ton of pucks to the net. So they still have the confidence. I just wonder if they are not running out of steam a little bit. But we'll see in game 2. For me, until the Lightning proves something different, I'm going to ride with the Rangers. So let's look at today's official selection for tomorrow's game. Tampa has dropped not only the last 4 meetings, but they've dropped 5 of 6 against the Rangers, who have now won 7 straight games in New York. The Rangers are the team we're going to ride with the plus money tonight, and probably as we move forward in the series. We're getting just a plus $1.05 tonight at home, but I'm also in the second selection for this game. I'm also going under the total 5.5 minus $1.15. I think in both of these series, defensively, we will see a tightening up. And I think 7's too much. And I think the Lightning Rangers series, which most people thought was going to be an under because of the goaltending, I think tomorrow, everything will settle down and you will see exactly what you intended to see in game one.